Have you ever been misunderstood, falsely accused, or felt like the whole world was against you? It's a painful place to be. You know the truth, but your voice gets drowned out by noise, rumors, and unfair judgments. In those moments, where do you turn? Today, we're diving into Psalm 7, a powerful prayer for anyone who's ever felt wronged and misrepresented. This psalm isn't about lashing out in anger or plotting revenge. It's about finding a different kind of strength. It begins with a powerful declaration of trust. The psalmist, facing intense pressure and false accusations, doesn't run to fight fire with fire. Instead, he runs for refuge. He says, "O Lord my God, in you do I take refuge." This is his starting point. Before he defends himself, before he explains his side of the story, he anchors himself in God. He knows that human opinions are like shifting sand, but God is a rock. This is the first lesson for us. When the storm of accusation hits, find your shelter first. Then something remarkable happens. The psalmist invites God to examine his life. He says, "O Lord my God, if I have done this, if there is injustice in my hands, then let the enemy pursue my soul and overtake it." This sounds incredibly bold, doesn't it? But this isn't arrogance. It's the confidence of integrity. It's the posture of someone who knows that truth can stand up to scrutiny. He is so committed to living rightly that he's willing to be tested. This challenges us directly. Are we living in a way that we could confidently ask God to be our defender? Are we walking with such integrity that we have nothing to hide? When you live with a clear conscience, you don't have to live in fear of being exposed. God becomes your defense because your life aligns with His truth. The psalm paints a vivid picture of God as a righteous judge. He's not a distant, uninterested ruler. He's an active, engaged defender of the innocent. The text says, God tests the heart and mind. While people see our actions, God sees our intentions. He knows the full story. Rumors can spread, narratives can be twisted, and reputations can be tarnished. But none of that clouds God's vision. He sees with perfect clarity and judges with absolute fairness. This is a massive comfort for anyone who feels powerless and silenced. Your story might be unheard by the world, but it is fully known by the Judge of all the earth. But there's another side to this coin. The psalm also carries a sober warning. Just as God protects the upright, He confronts wickedness. The psalmist describes how those who plot evil end up falling into their own traps. He who is pregnant with evil and conceives trouble gives birth to disillusionment. He who digs a hole and scoops it out falls into the pit he has made. This is a timeless principle. Deception, ultimately evil, might seem to prosper for a season, but it's built on a foundation of lies that will eventually collapse. Justice will prevail. This isn't about gloating over an enemy's downfall. It's about trusting that God's moral order is real and reliable. And how does the psalm conclude? Not with a shout of victory, because the enemies have been defeated, but with a song of praise. The psalmist says, "I will give to the Lord the thanks due to His righteousness, and I will sing praise to the name of the Lord, the Most High." He chooses gratitude before the final outcome is even visible. His trust in God's character is so complete that he can worship in the middle of the trial, not just at the end of it. This is what mature faith looks like, praising God for who He is, not just for what He does for us. So, the message of Psalm 7 is clear and liberating. When you feel attacked and misunderstood, anchor yourself in God. Live with unwavering integrity so that you have nothing to fear. Trust that God is a just judge who sees the truth and will act on it. And finally, Praise Him in the middle of the storm, confident that He is your refuge and your defender. You don't have to fight every battle in your own strength. Walk faithfully and let God be your vindication. Thanks for joining me today. If this message resonated with you, hit that subscribe button and share it with someone who might need to hear it. Let's keep exploring these ancient truths together. See you in the next video.